one would have thought that experts like yourself are employed in schools, especially schools in, cities like Lagos, Abuja, and some other places. If all schools can't have a counselor, a therapist, or an expert like yourself, then they should be able to, outsource it. How do schools, how do they help their students, especially those who have experienced what young Sylvester experienced? Well, I think.
The thing is this, that a lot of schools.
Okay, I think I can hear you now.
Okay, the thing there is that a lot of schools do not have qualified counselors. Like, for instance, in college, the counselor there is an administrator and an IT specialist. Now, I can't marry the two together. The age does not make you a counselor. Being a Christian or a faith-based, in any faith-based organization does not make you a counselor. You do need to have some form of training for you to be able to guide, especially children, through the path that they require, because it's not just academics that you are supposed to be involved with. You are supposed to be involved in nurturing the child to get the best out of a child and to strive for greatness. A teacher must be a credible guide. This is something a lot of them, I've heard a lot of them talk about, that all they are employed to do is to teach, is to transfer knowledge. But the thing is, there's a lot more when you are dealing with children. You have to be able to read the signs. You have to be able to know when to push or pull back. And a lot of these things happen from home, as has been said. And a lot of things that they see, they smell, they hear, they touch, they feel, translates into the way they will behave. And if the home is not steady, if the home is dysfunctional, it's going to rub off on the children, because they will mirror in various ways. Component background. So if the school does not get the teachers to have at least some form of basic counseling skills, and I did talk about this in 2020, that every teacher must have the counseling skills, because look, if a teacher herself is not emotionally intelligent or has resilience, they won't be able to help that child, and they will transfer their own incompetence, emotional incompetence, onto the child. Where they should be more observant, they are not going to be observant. And where, of course, the school is not giving them the right form of remuneration, after a while, I call it the zombie state, being very, very fantastic to train to be the teacher they want, through a process where they become disgruntled, and then they get to the point where they just do. They're just there. Especially if they find that the principal is not protecting them. You see, even where students are attacking teachers. So the whole thing, the whole educational system in schools need to be revamped. And I bring it back again to, the government. The focus is not on education anymore. So you now find that it's just a small group that are actually focusing on giving the right form of education, and it's very expensive. And there is a running competition to get the students in, to be able to meet their own level of input that they want. So it's more than just this. The government, education needs to take a forefront in everything that we do. And schools must be made The Lagos State, not just Lagos State, the government, all the states must be made to have qualified counselors in the schools, qualified counselors, not just somebody who loves to talk to children, or somebody who has a passion for working with children, or somebody who has empathy. You need skills to be able to detect this thing. And because children can be very manipulative too. Children are very savvy and they know how to hide their feelings. And as I said earlier, when fear is there, it's very, very difficult for people to know, but they have signs. There are signs that when the teacher knows and has counseling skills, they can actually detect that something is wrong.